All right, well, let's see what kind of guns they have here. So all of the guns here have been donated by Ruger and Fire Clean. Okay. And let's see, you want to pick out some pistols?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, so I think, let's see, this is a Ruger 1911.
Okay, I think, well, yes, but let's do that.
And then we've got the Ruger 357.
My fiance would like that.
Yeah. Would she?
Oh, she would. She would be all Dirty Harry.
So
now we're talking.
I'm going to let you hold this.
Okay.
Because I'm not even sure you're allowed to as someone who was born in England.
And lives in New York
and
City.
Lives in New York, exactly.
I know. I moved from a not-free country to a not-free city. Much less heavy than a shotgun.
Oh, yeah. A lot less. All right, so we'll shoot that.
And then
you pick. Yeah, that's the Ruger Scout rifle.
Okay. Let's do this one.
Okay, cool. Okay. Excellent. This should get us started, right?
I think so.
This was fun.
This was awesome.
Thank you for coming out to the NRA range with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Charles, you have a good time?
I had an excellent time.
All right, so we started with the 1911, right?
Absolutely.
It's 45 caliber. What did you think about this? This is a gun you'd actually shot before.
I have, but it never surprises me how loud and big it is. I mean, it's a lot. It seems a lot bigger than 9mm, which is what I've been used to.
Right.
And especially 2.2, which of course is what I learned on. So.
What about the laser sight? Had you ever used a laser sight before?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I enjoyed it. I probably would have liked to try some without as well. You know, I think it's probably a different skill. But no, it's fun.
So then the 357, the iconic 357 revolver.
Right.
You know, that did you feel like Dirty Harry a little bit?
A little bit. Although it looks easier when he does it, of course, because he's not actually shooting a real weapon. No, that's a hand cannon. I mean, that's serious. That's a serious piece of kit.
Yeah. And okay, so then we moved into the long guns. We started with a Ruger Scout rifle.
Yeah.
Bolt action rifle. As a lefty, I'm not a huge fan of bolt actions, but I really thought that was a smooth.
Oh, I love that. I've never fired a bolt action before. I really, really enjoed that.
And your grouping was incredibly tight on that.
It was, yeah. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But, beginner's luck, maybe.
I don't think so. I think you've got some skill.
That was a great weapon.
And how long had you been wanting to shoot an AR?
Oh. Well, actually, it's one of those terrible things where because people talk about them all the time, it made me want one more than ever. So I don't know, years probably.
So you held one, you picked it up. What were you expecting an AR to shoot like?
Right, well that's the thing, because I picked up an AR at the NRA convention, you know, just to see what it felt like, and they feel great. But there was very little recoil, and especially compared to the bolt action, very little recoil.
Were you expecting more?
Yeah, I mean, you read about how comfortable they are, and you see a lot of women, for example, say this is my choice, but you know, because compared to say a shotgun, it's a lot easier on my shoulder. But I mean, that really was impressively well engineered.
Did it make you become more anti-gun shooting?
Oh,
the
definitely.
AR?
Now I want them all banned immediately overnight, because that works.
Right.
Just.
No, I mean, what would you, having shot now an AR, what would you tell people who say, Charles, it's too high-powered, it's too this, it's too that?
Well, I think I'd say what you were pointing out, if you look at the targets and you asked people which is the scary AR, they wouldn't say. It's much smaller holes, it's quieter, it's much more comfortable to hold, there's less recoil. You wouldn't presume. In fact, that gun is the easiest probably to shoot of all of them. And it's certainly the least scary, really. It's just black.
Right. Well, and that's, you know, it's interesting to me because, like, so you look at the bolt action.
Yeah.
And then you shoot the semi-auto.
Sure.
And the anti-gun folks say that, you know, bolt action's fine, semi-auto is not.
Right.
Someone who's good, someone who's right-handed and good with a bolt action, can shoot that bolt action rifle very fast,
sure,
right?
Sure.
I mean, did you notice any huge differences in terms of the functionality of the firearm between the bolt action and a semi-auto?
No, but the bolt action seems more powerful, I mean, ironically. And this is the thing, you get this with magazines as well, is that anyone who knows how to switch out a magazine can do it in a second, second and a half, 2 seconds at the most, right? And yet there's this pretense that, oh, well, if you limit magazine size, for example, people won't be able to reload. And it seemed the same with the bolt action. In fact, with the lever action rifle as well. I mean, you can just, you know. It's, and this is the problem with allowing people who don't know what they're talking about to write laws.
So would you come back to the NRA range?
I would love to come back to the NRA range.
Will you come back to the NRA range?
I will come back to the NRA range.
Excellent. Charles, thanks so much, man.
Thank you so much for having me.